Hi everyone and welcome back. It's time for another Gila run in the tier 6 Firestorms. I've been enjoying this ship quite a bit, so I'll be uploading a little bit more recordings on the Gila, although it's a little bit more expensive than the Cerberus. So the first room is the Sansha spawn. What I always do is I try to keep at range, not get too close, because the incoming damage can be quite a bit. With a decent afterburner, you should be able to keep range quite easily, and they shouldn't be able to catch up that quickly. But yeah, they can hurt quite a bit. The priority is obviously nuding the nude ships first, if there's a ton of those, or lookouts or fissures. The fissures will web you. The lookouts will dampen your range. Because I'm trying to stay at range, I sometimes prioritize the lookouts, but the fissures or any of the new drones are obviously more important. Because you want to keep moving because of the incoming DPS. You can see my shield go up and down quite a bit because of the incoming DPS, hence why you want to keep moving. I am in a tracking cloud, so both my drones but also the NPCs benefit from that quite a bit. So be careful where you fly as well. I do usually start with Navy, the Navy drones, so the Federation Navy Hammerheads, simply because the spawn can switch over to your drones. And once they get a hang of your drones, you know, it's game over and you don't want to lose your mutated drones. Your Federation and Navy Hammerheads do enough DPS to close this room in, or finish this room in, 4 to 5 minutes anyway. So there's no time lost there, depending on your skills. Once the majority of the spawn is gone, you can focus on the knights, keep an eye on any aggressions. Sometimes I do go for the trappers as well, because the trappers, as you could just have seen, do switch over to your drones. And what you can also do obviously is the switch over to mutated drones once the majority of the spawn is gone, or at least the Webify drone or the Webify NPCs. So the first room gave us a 44 mil almost, which is pretty good. And let's see what the second room gives us. The Leshak room. I always hate this room in Firestorms because of the armor buff. It does depend if you get minus 50 or minus 70 weather. What I usually do is I'll coast into the room a little bit to get closer. Then I will go for the blindings first, because I want to keep my range. Depending on your DPS, you might want to separate your drones out. Go for each, I guess, send each to one of the blindings Leshaks. But it depends on the range you are from them. If you are with me, like 35 kilometers, you'll keep your target locked anyway. So it's easier to just keep them on a single one to get those down quickly. If there are starvings, obviously you'll go for the starvings first. But yeah, depending on the weather, this room can be quite a time sink, especially if they disperse across the entire room and your drones need to travel to all corners of the room, which is a pain. The other thing is to keep using your missiles as much as you can in this room as well. You can see I just lost almost my drone right there. But yeah, you need all the DPS you can get in this room. DPS is key here. So you want to keep this going as much as you can. Try to keep close to them, but also close to the gate. You don't want to spend unnecessary time traveling. But you want to keep using your missile damage as well. You can see then, it's just finishing up the room. The incoming DPS isn't too bad. It can be, once they're ramped up, obviously it's a little bit more, but you can take most of them down still pretty quickly. So yeah, the incoming DPS shouldn't become an issue whatsoever towards the end, obviously. Just finishing up the last one, then we're good. So room 2 didn't give us too much, 37.5 million, but obviously we'll take it. Waiting on the drones to come in, and then we can jump to the next one. As you can see, what are we, 9 minutes? Just over 9 minutes on the first 2 rooms, and that includes this Leshak room, which we're doing well on time. Alright, then we go for the Drag Effect room. In the Firestorms, because I want to preserve my drones as much as possible, I do prioritize tangling Kikimoras or tangling Demifix over others. Because once your drones get webbed, they are going to be very prone to die very quickly. The room doesn't switch aggro that easy, at least not the full spawn. So usually you can pull your drones in quite easily. Hence it's pretty safe to go with mutated drones from the start, as you get closer and travel through the room, or put your MTU down and go for the nodes and caches basically. Again, in Firestorms it's important to keep your missiles going as well. I always do pack a couple of Fury missiles as well for Deep Watchers, for example. So once you're towards the end of your clip, you want to switch over to Fury for any larger targets. Cruisers, battleships, those kind of things. Obviously they need to be staying in range. Once the webbing Kikimoras or Demifix are down, you just go around and kill all the other stuff. I usually leave the drag effects to last, because the smaller targets do target your drones a little bit quicker. I've never seen a drag effect switch over to your drones. That's why I usually take down everything except drag effects and wait till last. The ghostings are less impactful compared to the SERP. Your drones do most of the DPS, so they're less of an issue with the Gila. But yeah, you can see me going through the room quite easily, taking everything down. Everything stays reasonably close for both missile and drone damage. And yeah, range is not really a concern whatsoever. But yeah, so far Firestorms have been pretty decent. Loot has been pretty decent on average. Obviously you get the large unstable plate, which boosts your disc quite a bit. Blast room 42.3 mil. Yeah, that's really it, right? So thanks again for watching, and please like and subscribe, and talk to you at the next one. But for now, bye bye.